Hi, this is Charlie giving you Friday's live trading. I hope you're very well. It's what, 8:15. I'm sat here with the guys in the trading room. We haven't done anything yet, so I've got deal tickets ready to potentially trade. So just starting the recording now. So looking at the potential for a long on dollar yen here this morning. It's had a nice run up. It's got some decent momentum behind it, although it has hit a load of resistance on the 4-hour charts. So a bit of a conflict there this morning, but I'm trying to find something here. So I'm just waiting to see if this dollar yen can come down to around about 0.8, which is the 8 a.m. pivot. We've got, like I said, rising momentum, but a bit of conflict with the higher time resistance. So I'm just waiting for that, and then we'll see if we get a trade. I'll press pause for now. Okay, just back finally, and looking like we'll trade this euro dollar. We'll give this one a go. It's done an extreme up here, and it's done a pullback. It's had a good run this morning. We'll see if it can have a go. So let's get some in. So 1 unit. Let's get 3 units into this one. 2, 3 units long. I'm going to pop a stop down here for about 10 pips. From where we currently are, so I'll just pop that stop in. So let me just get that sorted out. So I only put 3 units on this one at the moment because it's had a good run, but it's against some resistance. So my preferred trade today is the dollar yen. So but anyway, I'll put these stops in. So I've got my entries in at around about 25. So 113. Let's get these stops in place. Okay, so yes, we've done what we call an extreme. So I've got the units in, as we can see here. So I got in at 25. I put the stops at 16, but that's because the way it stops me out, the offer has to go below 16, which means that I get stopped out at 15. So I've just put the 3 units in there because it's quite a move that it's had. So we'll keep an eye on that one. But I'm still stalking this dollar yen. I'm still wanting to be long on this dollar yen here today. So that's the one where we've been sitting here patiently waiting for and seeing if it's going to set up. So, the euro dollar's done a big run up and it's done quite already a half decent move down. So I'm just seeing if it can hold onto these bands. I've given it enough stop by putting the stop down here. That's given it enough of an overshoot if it wants to overshoot these bands, but not too much. We'll just see from now. It's done an extreme, what we call an extreme in the trading room, and just see if it can come back up to that. But I'm not giving it too much. Just 3 units there because I want to keep my powder dry really for this dollar yen if I'm going to get the chance. So I'll press pause for now. Just managing this euro trade. We've just moved our stops up a little bit here to 19 now. And what I've done is I've just put 2 limit orders in at 41, which is just ahead of where that extreme level was. And then with the final unit here, I'm just going to leave it to run. So if it does get up there, so we'll see. So at the moment it's just bouncing, but we'll see what happens on that. I'll press pause for now. Unit in here, guys. Okay, just back, and I'm going to go long with 2 units on the dollar yen. I've been waiting for it all morning, and I'm just going to put 2 units on it for now because I'm going to have to put a stop down here. So I'm going to give it a wider berth. If it does come down to my levels, then I can then build the position. So I've just gone long with just 2 lots at the moment on dollar yen, but I will build that position if it does come back down. So because obviously I can just trade at 6 lots or 8 lots, so I've just put 2 lots in for now on dollar yen. It's holding up, and it's got that potential. 8 and 21 have crossed back up to the upside. It's got that potential that it may want to come up, but it is overall in a consolidation. I'm also well aware of that, and it could roll back over, want to take out these lows, and then will come back up again. So I'm still looking at that overall, but I've got these 2 units in just in case it wants to go. So stop wise, I'm going to put my stop down at about 0.5, so it's still only around about 11 pips on this one. I'll press pause for now. I have just been stopped out and you're looking at it. Oh yeah, so just back, and I have just been stopped out on that euro dollar trade. So there we go. So taking a £121 hit on that one at the moment, and the other one, obviously, I'm just in this dollar yen at the moment. It was worthwhile giving it a shot on the euro dollar, but hence why I only put 3 lots in. Anyway, I'll press pause for now. We're still watching this yen. Right, just back. I've been gone for several hours because I went to the gym and whatnot, and the dollar yen's come up a little bit, but not a lot. So what I'm going to do, though, is come down to its midday pivot, and it's bouncing. So I'm going to put another unit in here So it's gone long again at 27 now, so I've got 3 units in. But what I am going to do is I'm going to move that stop up now. So as we're coming up, so because it's after 12:30, we're not consolidating anymore because we have gone higher. So I'm now going to trowel that stop up to below these lows. Now, obviously, that's an obvious target zone if the price is going to come down. I'm just basing my trading on the price not coming down now, and it's making higher highs. So, and hopefully it can continue to do that. So I've missed the opportunity to get in long here, where it came down to the midday pivot, which was at 23. But it's only at 27 now. I'm going to pop the stops down here. So let's actually bring the account up, and so we can have a look at it all. I've got to get that stop in place. So here's the other 2 positions that we're still riding. I got long on those at 17s, by the looks of things. I thought it was 16 point something. Anyway, and then now just put that unit in. So I'm just going to have a look at the charts again and decide on that stop placement. But yeah, I think if I move the stops up to about 15, then I'll take the loss on this and a very small loss on the rest, and then just see if it can. See what it's going to do, but obviously it's a risk there. And it's interesting actually, because I know if you watched Kim's video, I think it went out yesterday or the day before, talking about stop placement, and sometimes if you get your stops too tight, then you can get stopped. But at the same time, it's that fine line between stops being tight and then just having wider stops and then getting stopped out for larger amounts. And this dollar yen's just been meandering its way up today, and that's what I'm hoping that it's going to continue to do that as it's been making higher highs, high lows. So I'm going to move this stop up to around about 120.15. My targets are way up there. They always have been way up there, up at 48 initially. So and that's conservative as far as the initial target's concerned. So let's just get these stops sorted out. So let's just bring up the chart here, and I can move these stops up now. While I was away, while I was out down the gym, there was the possibility that I might be able to build the position. Sorry, at 15, build the position if it had come down, but it obviously hasn't. It's gone up and made new highs. So as it's been making new highs, I'm just going on that basis now. So if this fails, what will happen is I'll lose about another £120 maybe on this back end bit here, and a negligible couple of pips on the other. So I'll end up losing 250, maybe 250 odd pounds to something like that today. So it's all going to be fairly small. So now the way that it's gone today, if it goes up though, then I'll make 400 pounds, something like that, I think, if it runs the target. The ultimate target, so we've got 48 and then 60. So the 2 targets. So if it goes up to those, we'll work it out. But that's where it'll be. So that's where I am for now. I'll press pause. At least it's a nice short video today. Okay, just back. So we can see that the dollar yen is coming up again here. So I can move those stops up a bit more now. So we'll move them up to that previous low. So let's get those moved up there. So, oops, I've done that. So I think it's 20. I'll double check that, but I'll just put them in for now. It's just broken up there, so hopefully I'm okay. I'll just double check all this. I thought we'd just do a review. I've just come out of the trading room now because Kim's taken over for the afternoon session. So I'm out of the trading room. So yes, I've put them in. I've put an order in at 48 on one of these. I'll probably end up taking 2 out if we get up to 48. That is that first target I've been talking about. But yeah, I've pulled the stops up to 20. Yeah, just below this last low. So we keep on making higher highs, high lows. So that's where I'm going to go, and hopefully this dollar yen can continue to do that. But even at 20, then it's going to be a minimal risk really now, and we'll see what happens now. With this dollar yen, let's go out to the hourly charts, because one thing I don't know I've really showed you much today. Obviously, with the traders in the trading room, we go through all the details of the charts, and I show the other charts that I have off screen, so they can see all of those and see all the detail of everything we're looking at. You only get to see a basic chart here, really, when I'm looking at these. And the dollar yen has been coming off of these lows from the previous couple of days, which were really only a pullback lows anyway. and so it's just a case of seeing really if this was going to continue. So we came up this morning. The frustrating thing for me this morning was that we just couldn't get in. If we take this back to a 5-minute chart and we look back to earlier today, we were looking for that retracement this morning. It just wouldn't let us in for that pull back to that 8 a.m. pivot, which was down at 08, which would have just been a much nicer position at that point. It just didn't want to pull back, and so the only thing I can say is I'm pleased I ended up chasing it a little bit like Duncan Norvell. Do you remember that guy? Those of you that remember back to the 1980s, chase me. Well, anyway, we had to chase Duncan Norvell this morning, and we chased into it a little bit, and hence why. But only got to put the 2 units in because we were chasing it a little bit, and would have added if it had come down. But anyway, it hasn't so far. So, anyways, at the moment it's a little double top. We're going to see if that's going to break out or what it's going to do. But for now, there's not much to do. I'll press pause. Just back, and looks like I might have been a little bit early moving my stops up there. I thought we were breaking out, and as we can see, we've just done like a little double top and come back down. The risk of me holding my stops here still at 20 now and trading them up, as nice as it is, the potential is that looking at this chart, looking at the hourly charts, it's just starting to ease off a little bit. It could want to come down and retest my lower bands here on my hourly charts. So I'm going to move those stops back down to where they were because we didn't break out. We just came up and did that double top. So I'm going to move those stops back down to where they are. I'll press pause for now. Okay, just back, and it is now 25 past 2, and we're still waiting to see the conclusion of this long-held drama that's been the dollar-yen today, and that it's I don't know how many hours we've been sat in this now. It was this morning that we got into it, sometime maybe 9-10 o'clock, whatever time it was. But anyway, it's still sitting here, not really up to too much. It could roll over, and if it rolls over, then I'll get stopped out, hopefully relatively quickly, and then we can get the video out to you. But the way that I still see this, potential at least, is when we go out to the hourly chart, it's always the way, you just always have to go out to your higher time frames to get better perspective and picture. So at the moment on the hourly charts, we've come into my bands here. Now, hence why I moved the stops back down, because I could see that, we had the potential to come back down and retest my lower band here. Now, my stop's only at like 15, so I'm not giving it much slack there, but I'm giving it enough slack anyway. So I'm at least giving it some slack here. But what we're finding here with the dollar yen is it has moves and then it consolidates for a bit and then it goes again. So I'm still waiting to see if this is going to be just a consolidation before this is going again. So on that note, I'm actually going to put another order in to buy this time. So an order, I'm not going to sit here live doing it because I've just got to pop out. But I'm going to put an order in to buy. So let's put a buy stop in. And I'm just going to put it above this high here. So let me just check what that level is. Right, so it's at 132. So I'm going to put an order in to buy at 120.33. Okay, so and I'm going to put my stop in on this one down below these lows, so down at 120.20. Because if we break up past 120.33, I'm going to be looking for this to break out this time, and so then I'll move up all the stops on the remainders as well. So let's get the stop put in. Hold on, price is too close to the market. Ooh, what have I done wrong there then? Let me press pause, see if I can get this done. Okay, worked that time. Did it again and it worked fine. So I got the price wrong. Oh no, it changed. Yeah, 120.33. Okay, right. So let's get rid of that. Do that. Let's move this off. Let's bring up the account so then we can have a look. So all I need to do is go into the open orders, and so let's just see where this order is. I've got a stop if bid, so that's fine. To buy at 120.33. Yeah, that's right. So that's all fine. So we carry on waiting. And so I've put that one in because if it does break up, I still think there's that potential to have a bit of a run, and I might as well be adding to my positions on strength today, just based on what's happening. If it rolls over, I'll move my stops up anyway on the remainders. If we do break through there and I get triggered in, then and it then rolls over, yeah, okay, I'll lose £200 or £300. But the week itself has been okay. The biggest mistake for me personally this week has been the Aussie dollar, which I've been long on, and I closed out of my Aussie dollar yesterday, and then it's just popped again today. So that was a big mistake, really. You can say a mistake. It made 200 pips, but I came out a little bit earlier. I saw a big divergence on a 4-hourly chart, and thought, okay, I'll bank that, and that keeps me the account ticking over again this week. But I didn't need to anyway. So that's that. That was the big mistake this week. Right. Anyway, still chopping, so I'm gonna press pause. Back later. Okay, I've been out, but while I've been out, it has triggered me into that trade. Let's have a look here. So I've been triggered in, and we are sitting at 130. That just triggered me in at 33.6. So I need to address these stops, don't I? So, like I said I would. So I'm going to move those stops up to this 120.20 now. So, and we'll just see what happens. And it's a Friday afternoon. I'm sitting in my office. I've got some music playing in the background. Any guesses for what the music is this afternoon? I'll leave you with it. Right, just back, and I'm going to close out this position. Let's bring it up. It's just coming up to 4 o'clock, and I've been sat in this all day. So I think we're going to close out of this, because the thing is, I can't hold it overnight into Friday with a stop at only 20. Where's the stop down here? It'll get stopped out. It's too close to the price action, so it's the likelihood of a stop out. Just as I'm talking now, the likelihood of a stop out over the weekend, if price was to stay around here, then is quite high. So I was just about to close out. It's 10 to 4. And I can't believe how long this has taken. So now it's just popping up again. Okay, well, I'll hold on for a bit, but it's not looking like this thing. I mean, it's just gone sideways for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, and I was hoping that we were going to get the upside break. Obviously, it started to go here. I put that order in, remember, above this high, and then that's even that's not gone after the double top it put in earlier on. So I still think looking like it. I still think this yen overall has got a chance going into Monday of an upside move, but it's not going to help me with this little day trade with where the stops are. So I've got to make a decision here as to close out or whatever. So I'll get the deal tickets open, and what I'll do is, if we start coming down, then I'll basically close out where at break even. So I'll get the deal tickets all ready. Let's do it that way. And I'm sort of about, so I'll keep my eye on the prices. Let's bring them down a bit so we can see that. And if it does come down, it looks like it was just about there just a minute ago, and that was at about break even. So I'll keep it to a break even trade now at the end of the day, sitting on it all day. So actually, I can probably just move my stop up to about 23, and then we'll see if it stops me out there. So for now, fun enough, just I start talking, it's going back up again. There's no point in me bailing out if it all of a sudden we had some sort of weird late afternoon run on a Friday. You never know. These things do happen. So I'll just move my stops up to 23, and then if it stops me out, then I get a break-even trade effectively. So I'll do that whilst I press pause. Well, that was a bit of a weird one. It's just gone up here at 4 o'clock. It's just had a bit of a push. I don't know. This might just be a bit of manoeuvring around the 4 o'clock London close. So I don't know whether it's really going to try and push through here or not. But what has happened is interesting. So I'm going to trail this stop a little bit more, maybe another pip, and see if this thing can finally break out. And so I'm going to trail the stop just a little bit more here. At this time of day, I want to try and get out of this, but I did not expect to still be in this trade at this time of day. So I want to get this video published and out to you. So and I still can't really leave my stop down here all weekend. So because it'll just get stopped over the weekend anyway. So on Sunday, most likely anyway. So I'll just trail the stop up a little bit more. Okay, just back. We're going to have to call it a day. It is 20 past 4. We haven't got a breakout or anything like that. I'm closing out. So let's close these positions now. We'll probably go and break up tonight or something while I'm out, but I'm going to be leaving in about an hour anyway, and we've got no real move there. So unfortunately, sat on it all day to basically, as we can see here, 116 gain on that, 121 loss on that, a flat day after all of that. So there's the well, you can see all the positions from this morning. So the euro trade this morning, euro was a bit of a shame, but and because it did run in the end and had a good run. Let's go and have a look at this euro dollar, but you take your setup wherever it was this morning, and the stop was in an appropriate place. It then started to bounce, moved the stop up. Even if I'd have left the stop down at the original level, it would have got stopped out. That was too low relative to the setup that we were taking. So anyway, one of those things, and the euro did go higher. So we'll see about this dollar yen. I still think it could well go higher going into next week, but at 20 past 4 in the afternoon, it's just chopping and chopping, and maybe now I finish this recording, maybe it'll and come out of the position, maybe it'll go, but way too late in the day. I don't know how many hours I've been in this trade for. I'm going to have a quick look and top them up, because I think I got in around at sometime after 9 a.m. So it's been about 7 hours for a little day trade, which started out as just seemed like it was going to be okay. It's gone up, but it's just consolidated. We've not got enough out of it. Anyway, I shall leave that with you. A flat day. Bring on next week. See you then.